course of things was a bunch of people said, hey, we can do rejuvenation, and everybody else said, no, that's nonsense. So then 10 years of trying to get that idea stuffed into people's heads went on. It worked eventually. Now people are generally agreed that yes, we can do rejuvenation. Now we're arguing about how. So the research community made progress. Then we moved things into companies starting about 4 or 5 years ago. The companies are now at sort of phase 1 stage-ish, the most advanced of them. So the next part of the process is to convince the bigger biotech industry that yes, this is actually a real thing. And of course, the bigger biotech industry is very, very conservative. These are people who are still making their minds up on whether gene therapy is actually a real thing yet or not. So this will be a next decade type of exercise of getting big pharma to buy our companies, getting them to start thinking that this is really actually something that's happening. And from there, the floodgates really open. So this is just more patient advocacy, just a little more business focused, as it were. Up until very, very recently, the problem with treating aging was that nobody was actually treating the causes of aging. Everybody was just tinkering with the end stage. And to a certain degree, this is an inevitable outcome of the way in which science in practice actually works. Science in practice means you start at the disease state, the very end of it, and you say, well, this is a mess, let's work backwards. So researchers spend a couple of years trying to figure out what is the next proximate cause of this horrible disease state. And then somebody with money comes along and says, hey guys, you've just spent 2 years looking at this, you've made one step, how do we commercialize it? So you end up with terrible therapies that address proximate causes and don't do much. But now people working from the other end, because it's actually very well understood what the causes of aging are. We just don't understand how exactly they move forward to cause specific in most cases, to cause specific manifestations of aging. So you could, but who cares about that? You just fix the thing and see what happens. And that's what's happening with the senolytics industry, clearance of senescent cells. Nobody has the first idea how specifically senescent cells cause most of the manifestations they do, though now that there's a lot more money, people are figuring it out slowly, step by step. But that doesn't matter because the benefits are self-evident. They're so obvious in mice, in humans now, that we should just build the therapies and get on with it.